All right, everyone. Hello. And we're going to talk about some games from 2019 that we enjoyed. We're going to do things just a tad bit different in that we're going to talk about games that we enjoyed throughout 2019. And then we're also going to be talking about games that were basically just from 2019, but we're also going to talk about games that were from any year that were new to us still. Let me turn off this video behind me real quick. So Amanda and I have both picked out 5 games from 2019 that we enjoyed a lot. But then we also picked out 5 games from any year, but they were still new to us in 2019 that we enjoyed a lot. So without further ado, why don't we just get started into 5 games from 2019 that we enjoyed from 2019 itself. So why don't you go ahead and get started with your first one.
My first one is always Ticket to Ride. So this one is London I got for Christmas. Mm-hmm. Ticket to Rides are always my favorite. They're so fun and
they are. And we had a kind of a little story with that one. You want?
So this year or last year was my first year ever attending Gen Con. And they had the huge like a huge display set up. And so we played it, and it was really cute. The trains were like, I don't know, like they were huge. They were huge.
We felt like
the carts were like this big. It was so much fun.
Yeah.
So much fun. So I like all the Ticket to Rides I've played so far, but
yeah, and you really enjoyed the New York one, and so Santa knew that and got her the London one. So what was funny about that Gen Con experience too was that when we first entered the doors, very first Gen Con for her, and she's nervous as can be. I could tell she was really anxious. And we sit down and we try playing the Marvel LCG game, and she was like, I don't know what's going on here. It did not go too well, which is okay because she'd never done one of those before. So then
I've only been playing games for less than a year.
Yeah, I was going to get into that. So as we're walking away from that table, we passed the giant Ticket to Ride London set, and her eyes just light up because she is a Ticket to Ride nut. And we played
the very first game I learned.
And it really I think that really put you back in the mood because you were kind of like nervous. You had a kind of semi-bad experience with the Marvel LCG. Yeah. And then you found this and you're like, yay, I'm in my element.
Yeah. Yeah, I was really, that very first game, I was like, I don't know what I'm doing.
But that's okay. That's part of it. So yeah, Ticket to Ride London.
The box is even pretty.
It is a pretty box. I agree 100%. And we like those little ones, you know?
Yeah, they go really fast.
So one of my top 5 is the Reavers of Midgard. I like this one for several reasons. Now, I did a video on this one just recently, and I'll just kind of, I guess, regurgitate the exact same things I said there. The main things that I like about this is that I love Champions of Midgard, so I love the whole theme of Vikings, such forth. But what I enjoy about this one more so is that even when it's not your turn, you kind of pay attention what your opponents are doing because you still get to participate even when it's their turn. And I really like that about this game because there's too many times that there's games where you kind of lose interest because you're dealing with too much AP between players. And even though you can deal with AP with this, at least when they do make a selection, you're involved in that selection. Now, outside of that, it's just a point salad type of game where you could just gather points from all different areas. And that's where I think I like Champions better because it's more thematic. But this one, because it does involve you even when it's not your turn, and it still has that Champions feel, I like Reavers of Midgard. They did a great job on this one.
Yeah, I do like the Champions better than I like this one, but this one was really good too.
Yeah, I agree. Okay, your turn.
Okay, I think you guys probably already know this, but another one would be Hadara.
Yeah, we've enjoyed this one a lot.
Yeah. So the first time we played it was at Gen Con, wasn't it?
Did we play this?
Yeah, we demoed it with
Kevin. You know what? I did. And then I remember I immediately got with Jared from Asmodee because he's the marketing contact. And he was like, so is there a game you want to review? Now, she wasn't with me this day. And I said, if I could get Hadara, that would be phenomenal. And I brought this home, and your eyes just lit up. You were like, "Oh, yay!"
I know. I had so much fun playing this.
Yeah,
There,
and we've
yeah.
probably played this, I would say, since Gen Con 30 times almost.
Yeah.
We've played a lot of games.
We have, but it's one of my top 5 favorite for this year so far.
And I did a video on this one as well, so if you guys want to look for that. In fact, I think we did that one together, didn't we?
Oh, yeah. I think
Yeah. So you can look on that one to kind of get a game description wise. So this one was kind of new to us. I actually bought this one. I did not back it when it was on Kickstarter. Kind of kicking myself for that, but I did pick it up along with the expansion on Board Game Geek. But Runestones by Queen Games. Wow, this one has really just... I knew when I saw it on Kickstarter this was going to be a game I was interested in. Rudiger Dorn is a great designer, by the way. I really like what he's been doing lately. And I'm going to talk about one of his other games here soon too. But this one here has kind of like a feel like your deck building, but then your resource management, and then at the same time you're also powering up your board to be even stronger as the game continues. This one's fun, and I like the whole fantasy feel of it, of the creatures and the wizards and stuff, and the whole feel of this game just really speaks volumes to me, and I like this one a lot.
Me too.
Yeah,
I really like it.
I bought this, and it came I think last week, and we've already played it like 6 or 7 times. We've been having a blast with this one, and if I remember, you may have beat me in the last game. Maybe. I always tell her that it's funny because we mentioned that she's only been gaming now for less than a year still, okay? And I always tell her, I say, look, when you beat me in a game, you are beating an expert player. I've got 10 plus years experience in gaming. I've been doing this and I've been playing. I've got hours and hours invested. And when I sit down to play a new game, I can easily relate it to other games and I can quickly pick up on it. Where she's not yet gotten to that point yet. So I always tell her, when you beat me, feel very proud because you did really good.
I know you say that, but it's frustrating when you're starting out because you don't know all those things yet. But it's really fun.
It is fun. It is fun. What's your next one, babe?
So the next one would be Carnival of Monsters.
We like drafting games.
We do. I like these cards are beautiful.
The monsters.
Yeah. But it's a really fun game. So we've played it just 2-player, and then we played it with multiple players.
I've played it with all player counts from 2 to 5.
Yeah.
And you and I have a lot more fun when it's just the 2 of us.
We do. It doesn't seem to go as well when you have more players.
When you scale higher, we have issues. Yeah, because you just can never seem to get the cards you want. But when you and I play, we have an absolute ball with this game.
Yeah. I love this game.
I know.
So much fun.
We probably played this one 20 plus already too. I bought this at Gen Con, and then funny enough, and then Amigo Games still sent a copy in the mail, so I had an extra copy that I gave to a friend of mine. But this one here is just, this is one of a really, really, really good game that we personally enjoy, but may not be for everybody because of that frustrating element. If you're gonna play 2-player, I think you're gonna have a lot of fun. And if you like drafting, you'll have a lot of fun.
I agree.
Yeah. Okay. Next one for me would be Wingspan. This one I can't praise it enough. I did not think a bird game, but you know what? I am getting to the point in my experience with games to where I'm more interested in different types of themes. So therefore, I was wanting to give this one a shot based solely because of that. I don't get into hype of games, okay? People hype up games and then in 2 weeks later, they forget about it and they're hyping up another game. So count me out of the whole hype. But this one here had a lot of hype going into it. I thought, oh, okay, it's just another Stonemaier game. Every single game he produces, everybody trips over themselves. This one really held up. I thought this was a fantastic game. I like this one a lot. Now, you've only played it once, haven't you? You played it once, I know for a fact, because Bill taught us.
Yep.
But then I played it again, and every time I played it, I have just thoroughly enjoyed this. I don't have the expansion yet, simply because I would like to continue playing and experiencing the base game more before I do. But it is something I will eventually pick up because this is a game that's simply going to stay in my collection. Wonderful design. They did a great job on this one. A lot of fun, elegant, and I like how you just continuously keep building up your player board to become a little bit stronger, just like what I mentioned in the the Runestones. It's the kind of same element. I like that. So, anyways, Wingspan, Stonemaier Games, phenomenal game. Pick that one up. You're up, Buttercup.
Okay. Okay, is this the last one?
No,
No,
you
two
should
more.
have one more after
Yep,
this.
I do. Okay, it would be the Azul Summer Pavilion.
Yes, yeah, we just picked it. You got that for me for Christmas.
Mm-hmm.
Santa got me this one for Christmas
Mm-hmm.
and got her the ticket to ride London.
Yeah.
Santa knows us. He knows us.
Yeah, he does. So this is very different from either one of the other two that I've played. Probably my second favorite out of all three. But I love the colors. I love the design and the concept of this one.
I do too. This one, so I was surprised because this is the third of a series of Azuls. And I don't want to talk too much about this because we might just be talking about another Azul here soon. What have I missed? Something recap? I'm trying to read you guys' things. I'm sorry. I probably won't be able to because I have old eyes. And she keeps telling me I have to go to the optometrist, and I refuse. But anyways, Plan B. You know, there's sometimes when a publisher will make a series of games, and some are okay, some are nah. Like, okay, Plan B did the Century games, Century, the Eastern Wonders, and then the last one, I don't remember what it was. But the point that I'm making is, I didn't like them all until I got to the last one, and I thought, oh, I love the last one, the third in this series. There's not been a single Azul game I have not liked. They have been fantastic every time. This one probably might be my favorite, or it's your second favorite.
Yeah,
but they did a great job. Plan B did a great job with the Azuls. So.
I love this design.
Oh, I do too. I agree 100%. My next one will be Horrified. Once again, did a video on this one. Really enjoyed Horrified an awful lot. This is probably the best co-op game that's out there where you really feel like you're in control of your character without there being some sort of like alpha gamer issue, where a lot of co-ops run into that. You know, we got Pandemic, which I haven't taught Amanda that one yet, but I grabbed that one. My friend David Taylor from To the Table, Gaming with Family and Friends, he gave that to me. I need to teach you that one because that way you get more. I've got Defenders of the Realm back here, which I love Defenders of the Realm. All of these games, though, can suffer from that alpha gamer, okay? But what's funny about Horrified is I've played this at least, I'd say 15 times, and I don't think I've ever yet experienced having that alpha gamer issue in this one for some reason. It plays so well, you know? You've never had the alpha gamer issue. She's not ran into that yet. But it's the people that are watching this know what I'm talking about. It's one of the most annoying things where basically you got one person telling everybody what to do. Oh. And you can't control your own person because they're always telling you what to do. You know, it's frustrating. Yeah. But this one's great. Not only that is a great pure co-op, but on top of that, it is so thematically amazing. You know, Ravensburger did a fantastic job. The one I did not include in this video is the Jaws. They did a phenomenal job with Jaws and making you get that real movie feel. And this one here, they did the exact same thing. You know, those old horror films, they really put it together in a wonderful package to make you have a great co-op experience. So, all right. Okay. Your last one. This is our top game. Now, mind you, we're not doing like, this is our top game of. We're just saying these are the ones we had the most fun with in 2019. So
the last one we just learned, it's A Wonderful World. Mm-hmm. So this is new. We just learned it this week, right? Yeah,
I just got it this week. I held off on this video until this game came.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's super fun.
Drafting. Mm-hmm.
Drafting.
Yep. She's slowly getting into the lingo of things.
Guys. But yeah, really fun. So there are different ways you could go in this game, and
yes. Yeah, we played probably four times now, and she beat me last night in it, and she was pretty darn proud of herself for beating me. Just barely squeaked it out. And I thought you slaughtered me, but ended up being like a 5-point victory for you.
Yeah.
But what I enjoy about this one as well is that as we keep playing, our strategies just keep changing up a little bit, and it's such, I don't know if I would say it's a simpler version of Seven Wonders, but it's certainly inspired by Seven Wonders, obviously. But that's not a bad thing, you know. Seven Wonders is a great game, and I think this one has followed suit. It's a really fun experience as well. Yeah. We'll try to do a video on these. Yeah. Some of these ones we featured that have not been featured yet, I'm trying to get around to them. Amanda and I have been having an awful lot of fun playing games, and I just don't bust out my camera enough. And I think I should just bust it out when we're just ad-libbing it and just having fun with games. I don't know. Here's another one that we had fun with, but this is my last one, and this is Colors of Paris. You know, I cannot stress it enough when I tell you that too many games fall through the cracks. Too many really good games fall through the cracks because there's so many games being published anymore. This is one that I cannot, if you like a worker placement game where you've got a lot of fun choices, once again, a much different type of theme than what you're used to. This is, you're doing paintings, and you're trying to acquire the colors to be able to make the paintings. I'll do a video on this to explain a little bit more in detail what I'm talking about. But this one was a lot of fun. You and I both have had a lot of fun with this one. What's cool is I like how the middle board constantly changes. And it makes, you know, your strategy just kind of change up a little bit. And then you're constantly upgrading your player board so that you can acquire more colors or you can apply more colors. It's a lot of fun, man. This is a really good game that I don't think enough people have talked about. I want to do a video on this one. I really do, and it will be coming, I promise you, because this is one I really want to dote on as a game that I really think you need to be paying attention to if you can. So. All right, so that is 5 games. Now, I do have, behind my fat head here, I've got some other games we did play quite a bit in 2019, just to talk about. Copenhagen, fun, Tetris-style game. I overpaid for that, though, I think. Res Arcana, birthday present from her to moi. Really like that game, a lot of fun. But what I do find about it is that some people, they get a little bitchy when we play that game. They keep eating my cards. And then it's like, oh, God. So I love Res Arcana, but it's one of those ones that you got to be careful who you introduce it to. Draftosaurus, we had fun with that one. A really, really awesome card game, 5211 by Plan B. Once again, Plan B, knocking it out of the park. Cartographers, a really good game. Tricky Druids, Foodies from Come On, it's not Simon. I know, it's confusing. But those are just some other ones. Jaws, we mentioned that one. That's another fun one. I don't have it over here. It must be over there with Carmen. But regardless, we've had a great crop of games in 2019. Probably way too many games being released in 2019, but there's been some really good keepers for sure. Okay. Now what we're going to get into is a different phase of this video, and we promise we're not going to keep you guys up all night on this, but these are games that were newly introduced to us in 2019. I kind of see you guys talking a little bit there, and I'm sorry I can't read that far away, but hi, and I appreciate the comments. So these are just games that could be from any year, but they were newly taught to us in 2019. And do you want to begin on this one, or you want me to start?
Sure. But it was hard for me to pick 5 because all games were new to me in the last year.
She does not have yet 1 year yet tucked underneath her belt when I first started teaching her to this point right here. So Amanda is still super green, but it's really awesome seeing her progress and learn games. It's been really fun for me.
Okay. So one of the games we first, you first taught me that we played a lot of. I know you got sick of it.
You think I got sick of it, but the fact that you were so excited to play kept me wanting to play it. So no, I never got sick of it.
Okay. Lost Cities.
I've probably got 100 games of this under my belt easily.
Yeah.
But it is one of the first ones I taught you. Yes.
It is one of the first ones you taught me. We played it over and over and over again.
We did.
But I like, so it's so satisfying trying to get these cards in your hand and like make a sequence. I like that, even though I never win.
That's a lie. You have won.
I have won like once or twice, but I love it and I could play it over and over again.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, just every month has a full moon, and every now and then she wins a game. And that's I want to bring up a plethora, okay? Because you and I started playing Unlock games, and this is what it turned into. Holy crap. We love Unlock games.
So this started out as going to escape rooms.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, we tried our first escape room, fell in love with it, and then she tells me, she goes, I was at Walmart and I saw that they have like a board game and it's an escape room. And I said, whoa, I said, wait, don't buy that. I said, I have an idea. And I bought us this one. It was the first one we did. And we played it, absolutely fell in love with it. And then from there, we got this one, which is crappy. Don't get that one. But even my son plays, these two are the same, but that's okay. We have turned that into 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 9 that we have played, and we've played them all. Some of our favorites, the house on the hill was fantastic. And they vary in difficulty. It'll tell you on the back of the box how difficult it is, determined by the locks and how red they are. There's up to 3. We've done from easy all the way to hard. But this one, the Wizard of Oz, is so much fun. No side story. Awesome, man. We loved it. Night of the Boogeyman. So much fun. Nautilus Trap. Absolute garbage. So they are hit and miss. Yeah. But we've had way more fun than not. Oh, man. These games are fun. And people are like, well, they're just a one-shot game and blah, blah, blah. Man, we're so old anymore, and our memory is going so fast that a year from now, we ain't going to remember all these clues. I'm going to bust them bad boys open again, and we're going to play through them again. So, anyways, unlocked games. New to us in 2019. So freaking fun.
Agreed. Okay. Next. This one took me a while to learn.
But I didn't introduce it early. This was more of a middling game that I introduced you, and you instantly fell in love.
Even though I never win, never.
Listen, on Board Game Arena, I was ranked number 2 in the world. I was badass at this game. She ain't ever gonna beat me.
Stone Age.
Yes.
Great game. So
yes.
much to do.
Love it.
So many ways to score. I love it.
I know, just talking about it, we want to bust it open and play. I know, right?
Yeah. So thank you for teaching me this.
Oh.
But someday you're gonna have to let me win.
No. You got to earn that.
I will.
We've had a lot of fun with that, and that is a game easily that I've got well over 100 plays on, between Board Game Arena and then playing with Amanda and then just playing from the past. Stone Age is probably one of the absolute best Euro games that are out there, and it's been out for a long time. And there's just really not been a game to replace that. I've always had a great time with it, man. Never turned down a game. All right, one for me. New Frontiers. I picked this up. I think I bought this myself, if I recall. I didn't trade for it, and we love this one. We've had a lot of fun. So I do have the Roll for the Galaxy. I never played Race for the Galaxy, but I do have Roll for the Galaxy. I tried teaching you that one. That one fell flat with you. You didn't care for that one. But this one was a home run. We enjoyed the heck out of this one. Liked it a lot. Once again, it's a game where you're building up your empire. You're getting, you're acquiring worlds. You're acquiring technologies, and you just gradually just keep getting more and more powerful. And it's kind of a race to those in-game victory points. But boy, you and I we played this a lot this year. So New Frontiers, new to us in 2019. But oh boy, great game. Whoa, so much fun. All right, what else you got, babe?
Okay. Lords of Waterdeep.
Yeah. Yep.
This is one of my favorites.
I taught you this before Stone Age, by the way.
You did.
Yep, because I feel like this was a better introductory to worker placement than Stone Age, because it'd be easier to follow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I don't think this one was as hard for me to learn as Stone Age.
Nope, you picked up on this one real fast. You did.
Still one of my favorites to play, even though we haven't played it for a while.
It's been about a month.
So it's been one of my favorites I've learned so far.
Every day after work, she would come home, and I was still living in the apartment, and she worked not even, 2 minutes away. Yeah. And she'd be like, what time are you getting home? And I'll be like, should be there around 5 or so. She's like, okay. She goes, I'll just wait for you. And I'd come home. She'd be like, we're going to play Lords of Waterdeep, right? I'm like, yeah, we'll play Lords of Waterdeep. And we'd go up, make dinner, play Lords of Waterdeep. And she had a wonderful time. It was great.
One of my favorites.
Yeah, it's a fantastic game. I agree. Yeah, it's fun how she picks the games that I used to introduce her to gaming. And it makes me feel good because it made me realize that she was enjoying the way I was teaching them as much as she was enjoying the games, because you can teach a game even though it's fun, but if you're kind of a jerk about how you're teaching and you're worried about winning, you ruin the experience of the other people, and it makes me feel good that you picked these. So
well, you're so patient and you teach very well.
It's my turn now. Shh. No, just kidding.
I'm sorry, what'd you say? Oh, go ahead.
Love you. All right. You want to say something about this too, I'm sure.
Oh.
Luxor. I have to thank my friend Dave Taylor for introducing this one to us, because I never even heard of this game. And then he kept swearing up and down, you got to play Luxor. Amanda will love it. You got to play Luxor. So I just bought it on a whim. I bought it because David said it's a good game. And I was like, all right,
David
dude.
was right.
You owe me some money if you're wrong here, bro. You owe me like $40. Oh my God, we played this so much.
So I think this and Lords of Waterdeep, we played a lot at the same time.
Oh my God, it was one or the other.
Yeah.
Nonstop. And we never had a time when we haven't played this one in a while. And we even have the, I picked the expansion up, The Mummy's Curse, and we've never even played with that yet. Which is funny because we could not get this game off the table. If, like you said, if it was either Luxor or it was Lord of Waterdeep, we were going back and forth nonstop. But new to us in 2019. But wow, what a fun game. We had a blast with this one, man. Love Luxor. All right, babe, you should be on your fourth one?
4.
Yep. And that was the one that introduced it all.
This was the first game I ever played. And I loved it. So simple. So that's what I needed. I needed simple first. And this was the perfect game to introduce that.
Yeah.
So this was the very first game I learned. It was the original, this one, right?
Yep.
So I love all of the Ticket to Rides. They are so much fun.
Yeah, we've been adding the collection. We're going to keep getting the maps. We've been slowly adding more maps. We've been having a lot of fun with them.
Yeah.
I started teaching her games. This was the first one. She was so nervous. She kept telling me, you know, are you going to teach me some games? And I was like, yes, I will. And so she came home from work, came to my apartment. I had this set up. She was so nervous, so anxious. And then once she started playing, she was like, this is easy. And I was like, yeah, it is. It's easy.
Very intimidated.
Yeah, she were. And it, you know, she was figuring it out that it's not so scary, you know. And she was doing the thing, you know, just putting her trains out there, having fun. And I was like, now try to complete your routes. And I wasn't playing mean. I wasn't taking this, you know, cutting her off. I mean, I could tell where she was kind of going. And I'm like, I wasn't playing.
Like you did this weekend.
Oh, this weekend I was brutal. But you got almost a year under your belt. You should expect it by now. You got almost a year under your belt. You should expect it by now. I did. We were playing, which one was it? It was
Nordic.
Nordic. I was so mean. That's my Norse blood coming out. But yeah, so she just had such a great experience with it that that's when you fell in love with gaming, I think, you know? Because you realized it was a lot easier than what you expected.
Yeah, because I knew nothing about games.
Use the typical Clue, Monopoly, you know, and all that, like we all were at one time. And I was so glad that you gave it a shot because, we play Ticket to Ride so much.
And the kids even like it occasionally.
They need to make a Ticket to Ride where it looks like it almost read like where cocaine rules. I'm sorry, guys. I can't read your comments. It's like, I think Ocean. Maybe that was Ocean. And I read it as cocaine. Anyways, moving along. I haven't taken this one out of the shrink yet. I bought this during the Christmas sale. And Concordia, once again, thanks to David for teaching me this one. I fell in love with it. I've not yet taught you this game. I need to because Concordia freaking rules, man. One of the best games I have ever played. I've had such a good time with this one. Creating routes, and you're collecting up cards for set collecting, which I love set collecting games. But this one has everything in it that I really enjoy about gaming. But Concordia, once again, another Rio Grande game. We've got several of these that are being featured in this. But yeah, I love Concordia. So, a bunch of new maps that you can even Just like with Ticket to Ride, you can play on different boards and stuff like that. I haven't even worried about picking those up until I actually pop the cellophane and teach Amanda to see if she even likes it. But I love me some Concordia. All right.
Okay, last one. Okay. Azul.
Yeah.
So, did you teach me this one early on?
I did. I taught you that one
Yeah.
pretty early. I think I even taught you this before Stone Age as well.
I think so. And it took me a few times to get.
You liked it. As soon as you played, you loved
Yeah,
it.
the scoring is what.
You still struggle
I
with the
know.
scoring a little
I
bit.
do.
The scoring is the thing that always confuses everybody in Azul, but it's okay because you were still doing well and you still won.
Yeah.
And, but yeah, once again, we said it earlier, we'll say it again. Plan B did a fantastic job with the Azul line, just knocked it out of the park.
Yeah. So out of all three, this is my favorite.
I think it's because it's the first one you were taught.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And then Summer Pavilion,
Mhm.
and then
Stained
Stained
glass.
Glass.
Yep. Mhm.
So I love all three of them.
I do too.
They're great.
I agree. All right, last game. Oh. This was new. Vindication. I got this in a trade, and I played this at Gen Con, and immediately fell in love. In fact, you played with me at Gen Con, I remember.
Yeah,
And
it was like 2 o'clock in the morning.
oh my God, we were up so late. I was so tired, but we had so much fun.
Yeah,
Oh
yeah.
my God, we had so much fun. And fell in love with this game. It was so expensive. It was like over $100 to buy, and I was like, I'm not spending $100 on a game. So waited till I got home, waited till it got a little bit unhot, and then eventually got it in a trade for a really good trade. And I appreciate the guy making the trade with me. He got some good games too, but I was happy with my with what I was getting. But Vindication, really cool game. This is by Orange Nebula. If you've not heard about it, check it out if you get a chance. I most likely will not be featuring this in a video just because all these that we have over here, those have been sent by publishers and they need to be put on a priority for me to get filmed. But with that said, check it out if you get a chance. And I'm not saying we won't ever do a video. And kind of going back to what I was saying earlier, I've really not been filming a whole lot in general because you and I just been playing so much and having just a great time by just sitting and playing our games. And
I know.
Still
learning a lot of new games.
Yeah, and I think what I need to do is just a situation like this. We'll just turn the tablet on while we're learning and playing, and maybe just explain the games as we're doing it, and that way we can kind of introduce you all to some new games maybe that you don't know about. And yeah, I feel bad because I feel like I should be filming more, but at the same time, I'm having so much fun playing the games that we've been doing, playing. So, all right. Anything else you would like to say? So how? I tell you what, real quick. How has been your first year of gaming? You've not really technically hit the 12-month mark yet, but how's it been?
It's been great. So there are so many. I didn't realize there were so many games out there to play. But we have like game days and stuff. So I still learn a lot there. I enjoy those because I'm super shy. But the people that I've met from you and playing games and stuff have been wonderful people. So learning new games, meeting new people, that's been amazing for me. But I love there's so many different kinds, so many different strategies, or I don't know what you want to call it, like, different types of the deck building and the collections and
the mechanisms.
Yeah.
Because I've not even really taught you deck building that much yet either.
Yeah. I'm still learning.
Yeah.
But
we get hooked on games and we just play them to death, which has been so much fun. It's been so much fun.
I know. But I've had a really good time and I've learned a lot. It's just, I'm looking forward.
I'm always really proud of her when she pulls out the win, and I think sometimes she believes I take it easy on her a lot, which don't get me wrong. Sometimes I did in the past because I don't want to be a dick. I want her to have fun. That's what's most important about gaming. Have fun. And, but now she's getting to the point like where I feel like she's got enough experience on certain games. So for instance, like what she talks about with the Nordic, with Ticket to Ride the Nordic. Look, we played Ticket to Ride probably 30, 40 times, if
Yeah.
not more, 50 times since I've known you.
Yeah.
And you're just going to have to deal with it from here on out because you've got enough experience. You know how this game works.
I
But, we're still very friendly gamers. Especially like when we play Carnival of Monsters. We say, oh, here, just take,
Yeah.
We're always nice to each other until we realize that it's not a time to be nice.
Yeah.
And then we kind of go for the jugular, and then we're like, oh, I can't believe you did that.
Yeah.
The inevitable betrayal.
Which happened for the first time this weekend
Probably.
while we were playing Ticket to Ride.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And you still ain't quite healed from that.
I'm not
wound.
over it.
I've always been really good with you and really
Yeah.
nice to you, and then all of
Yeah.
a sudden I just pulled out the
Yeah.
dick card and I was like, ha 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 ha.
That's okay. I'll just learn from it.
Yeah. Well, and that's the thing. But what I liked about that too was that you got that you were able to work around it.
Mm-hmm.
And even though you still did lose the game, it was only by what I thought I slaughtered her because I literally was, God, 80 points ahead of you at one time.
Mm-hmm.
And she came back and still got within like 7, 8 points. And I was like, whew, that was a lot closer than I thought. So it ended up being a really great game at the end. But anyway, so we're looking forward to 2020. Yep, the channel's still going to be going. I do have some other ideas. I really think this is a good idea that we're just going to start learning games and filming at the same time. As long as Amanda's comfortable with that, I think that's something we can definitely start incorporating and doing. That way we can create content for you guys to view, and you can see our beautiful faces, right? That's what's most important. And as she gets more comfortable being on camera and not quite as shy, I think all for the better too. So we will be at Origins this year. We've already got our tickets for that. And then once the Gen Con tickets go live, we'll be heading to Gen Con as well. So this will be your second Gen Con. She's not been to Origins, so that'll be a first experience there. But this will be her second Gen Con that she'll be attending. So we should have a lot of fun there. And hopefully this time you can go all 4 days.
I know. I hope so.
Yeah, we can hang out and play games and demo all 4 days.
Make a list of all new games.
I love it. So, hey, thanks for your continued support. You guys are amazing. We really do appreciate it. Like I said, look for further content coming soon. If any of these games we featured that do interest and pique, that do pique your interest, that you would like to see us to try to tackle first, let me know. I'd be more than happy to do that. I will tell you that I do need to try to concentrate on games that have been sent to me because I did request the majority of these, and I want to do right by the publishers. But outside of that, I do plan on filming quite a bit here soon, and I'm sure I can still try to shoehorn in a game here or there. So, all right, you want to send us off? Did you work on your line yet? You got anything?
I'm still working on it.
You're still working on it.
Still working on it.
Okay, well, if it's all up to me, thank you for your support. We appreciate you watching. Bye-bye.
Thank you.
Nope. You hear the kitty? The kitty's locked up. I got to go let the cat out. Who let the cat out? Woo, woo, woo. All right, let's turn this bad boy off. Boop. Do you want to stop streaming?